Hello, everybody. Welcome to my office. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not you're too late for HEX and anything else you guys want to talk about. But also I want to mention that during this stream, 8 different times, I've got 8 tickets to give away. Okay, it's going to be great. If you're not going to PulseCon, I feel bad for you. But if you are, it's going to be a party at night, and I'm going to be there probably. And I'm also giving away 8 more tickets. I think this thing would cost like $50 normally. So why not get yourself a free ticket, guys? Hey, everybody, how's my audio? What's up, everybody? Military vet, hey, Dougie, yo. Crypto Heartbeat, what's going on? We got the legend in the house, Sandy B. Yeah, nice green screen, right? It's almost like it just blends right in. Today's green screen is, it's almost too good. I only have 44K HEX. That's not, I mean, when HEX is $1, that's going to be $44,000. So sounds like a lot of money to me. Vladimir, what's up? Coffee, senior citizen Hexicans. Hello to every senior citizen Hexican out there. Audio good. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, we got the Rode wireless going on right here. So I'm in my own little conference room, and no one's going to bother me, hopefully. There were these 3 like super annoying girls that were like gossiping a couple hours ago, but they're gone now. So it's all good. It's all good. Wild SJ, welcome. Welcome to the chat box. What is up, everybody? Unfortunately, I'm here looking to time a bottom so I can max out my credit cards. Well, hey, I mean, we're actually 50% up from the bottom, which is pretty crazy, right? So if you would have bought HEX like 1 month ago at 2.8 cents, you doubled your money in the past month. We're at a nice little relief rally now. Again, I don't think on the way to like $1, $10, etc., it's going to really matter if you got in at 3 cents or 4 cents or 6 cents or even 9 or 10 cents. Like, all these prices seem pretty good to me personally. From Mexico, Cesar. Hola, Cesar. As HEX says, reckon HEX has had its bottom. See, that's what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know if we bottomed or not. I think there's a good chance, but Richard seems to disagree vehemently on that one. I don't know if we actually bottomed or not. It's like there's still a lot more blood in the mainstream markets that I think we have to see. I think what's happening in the mainstream boomer stonk market is basically they printed lower CPI inflation numbers, right? So lower as in the same as March, still outrageously high, 8.5% CPI that was printed in March was now printed again. The only difference at this time in June is that instead of going on the way up, we're coming on the way down. So people are speculating that we might have peaked in inflation. And that's why, hence the relief rally. I think what's really going on is midterm elections are coming up in November. Politicians want to make themselves look good before that. So they print these kind of manipulated CPI numbers when in reality, I don't think we're out of the woods quite yet. I think there's a lot more Bitcoin coming to hit the market from Mt. Gox and from a lot of other parties. Ross Albright's Bitcoin is going to hit the market. And there's the Bitfinex hackers that were all that Bitcoin that was seized by the government. The government, how they like to seize things. Well, they're all probably going to dump their Bitcoin. The question is when. I'd say keep an eye out on a couple of dates, right? November, I think, what is it, November 16th? That's midterm elections. So think of that as maybe a buy the rumor, sell the news. But also, think about this, guys. Also consider that perhaps the Ethereum merge, the E2.0 merge, which is scheduled finally, if there's no more delays, scheduled for September 16th. It's either 15th or 16th. Keep those dates in mind, mid-September and mid-November for kind of buy the rumor, sell the news events. We might pump all the way up until there, or we could dump at any moment now. I don't trust this rally, guys. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. But is the bottom in? I don't know. Does it really matter if we go down to 2 cents versus 1 cent? It's like, if we do tap 1 cent, it's going to be such a quick, short wick that like, unless you have a limit order set there, you're not going to catch it. So if you have a limit order set at 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, you don't have to worry about how low we go because you'll catch at least one of them, right? But yeah, I think I don't think this is the new bull run. Let's just say that. Hey guys, if you guys want a free Power City, PulseChain Power City, the Triple P party, PulseChain Power City party, they're giving them away, and they gave me 8 tickets to give away. So if you want to give these, if you want me to give these tickets away now, put a hashtag put a hashtag buy HEX in the chat, and we're going to pick a winner for one of these tickets really quick, okay? We're going to test out this new feature here. Do hashtag buy HEX. Hashtag buy HEX in the chat to win a ticket to this party that these guys are throwing in Vegas, in Las Vegas, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go ahead and do it. Buy HEX, buy HEX, buy HEX. I'm going to show you guys the actual screen that I'm looking at. So StreamYard has this pretty cool feature that I really want to show you guys. It's called the giveaway tool. And we can see that right here, we've got 12 entries already. And I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds to get in here. Hey, Frank, I'll see you in Vegas, sir. We got everybody in the chat saying buy HEX. Crypto Journeyman says, I always lose. Well, you know what, Crypto Journeyman? You have 8 shots today. You have 8 chances. And don't worry, if you don't make this one, you got 8 more, right? So we're going to go ahead and draw a winner. And the winner is, who's it going to be? I hope it's the senior citizens. Tyler Crypt. I spoke too soon. Tyler Crypt, congratulations. You just won a free ticket. In order to receive this ticket, sir, you must DM me on Twitter. And if you're a spammer, I'm going to know. If you're a scammer, like, I'm not stupid. So the real Tyler Crypt, please message me on Twitter to receive your Power City ticket. And this is the kind of thing, too, that, like, I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of scammers trying to get these, because in order to get anything out of this ticket, you actually have to go to Vegas and buy a plane ticket and buy a ticket to the actual conference itself. So I don't imagine I'm going to be getting a lot of fakes, imposters during this round, but Tyler Crypt, shoot me a message in Twitter. It doesn't matter when, anytime in the next 24 hours. And I will send you your ticket via PDF. And we're going to do this 8 more times, or 7 more times, okay? 7 more times to go. 7 more times to go. Congrats, Tyler. All right, boys and girls. What do you want to talk about today? Is the bottom in? Are you too late for HEX? I've got something to tell you guys. When you see a YouTube title and they ask a question in the title, 95, maybe 99% of the time, the answer to that question is no, right? And it was just there to get you to click on it. So I do my titles and thumbnails to hopefully get new people to click on it, or to get people that are on the fence about HEX to click on it. The obvious answer is no, you're not too late. If you guys understand what's in the pipeline, we've got a Netflix documentary coming out at the end of December. It's probably going to be sold to Netflix, it looks like. And it's going to put HEX on the map worldwide. It's going to be absolutely legendary. It's going to become a household name similar to Bitcoin. And you really want to be in my opinion, before we go mainstream, right? The best time to buy Bitcoin was when nobody knew about it. Everybody was calling it a scam. Everybody called it a Ponzi scheme. Now everybody loves it. But guess what? It went to $69,000. And the answer to the question, are you too late for Bitcoin? I would say yes. I would actually say you're absolutely too late for Bitcoin. I know people are going to hate me for that, right? But people are going to cry and say, oh, what if it goes to $100,000 or $1 million? I don't think people realize how much money has to be pumped into Bitcoin for it to go to $1 million at this point. Being the most liquid market is not actually a good thing. That means it takes more money to move the price up, okay? HEX being relatively illiquid compared to Bitcoin is an opportunity. That's another reason that we're so early in this whole ball game. Okay, and according to HEX, right, in terms of HEX, we're way, way early. We're so early. Bitcoin, when there was only one place to trade it on, Mt. Gox, when nobody knew about it, when it was still CPU mineable, it was just basically a bunch of computer tech nerds. Basically, those were the people that really, really won. And not only were those the people, here's the thing, they only won if they held it for a long period of time. And so HEX makes it even easier to hold it for a long period of time, because it pays you to stake and delay your gratification, because you actually get more coins by giving them up to your future self and being able to claim them in 4, 5, 6 years from now. And as we all know, in cryptocurrency, it's time in the market, not timing the market. If you're a trader, you're going to get absolutely annihilated. You're going to get wrecked. And that's just how it is. The only real winners are long-term holders. Long-term holders are the only winners. It took me over 2 years before I even took any profit in HEX at all. And I do a staking ladder strategy personally, where I like to sell the interest and restake the principal. And I don't even do that all the time. Mostly I just restake. Lately, I've been experimenting with some of the new side games, the new mini games in HEX, such as Hedron and Maximus, Team, Base, Trio, Desi, Lucky, Icosa, Hedron, that whole trio. Guys, did you know if you have a HEX stake right now, you can literally mint free coins every single day? You can literally mint free Hedron every single day if you make a HEX stake. So if you're one of those liquid holders out there, I don't know what you're doing, guys. You're missing the whole entire point. The whole point of HEX is not to just hold it and day trade it and hold it for a week and swing trade or whatever you think you're going to do to outsmart the market. I'm going to tell you something right now. It's only a matter of when, not if you lose money, okay? It's a matter of time. And I hope you lose money sooner rather than later if you try to be a day trader, because, I mean, I know people that tried day trading for 2 years, 3 years of their life, and they just keep funneling more money in and just slowly burning through it. Or if they would have just staked their HEX the whole time, they would have made, hundreds, if not thousands of X, like people such as myself. Hey, we got a nice little Furu Finance. Love you, bro. Thank you for the tip. Really appreciate that. That's awesome to see. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is the time to buy now, says RC King. Yeah, you're, well, I don't give financial advice, but, this is the time where I feel confident shilling HEX to other people. Let's just say that. I got 15K of HEX at 25 cents. I got a DCA my way out. I'm going to leave that comment up because we're going to talk about that. RC King has got the right idea. We're going to talk about that in one little minute. Guys, I'm going to give away one more ticket. Guys, if you want one of these Power City tickets, do a hashtag Power City in the chat. Do a hashtag Power City, and we are going to pull that up, and we are going to see who the winner is on that. Let me set this one up. All right, we got 10 people in here already. We're going to share the old screen there. Going to go to the giveaway tool. Power City, guys. Hashtag Power City. I'll give you 30 more seconds. All right, 30, 29, 28, 27. ... What's up, Coffee? Looking clean, bro. Thank you, Hex Hodler. I love your icon. That's the Wall Street Bets logo, guys. This guy knows what's up. He knows how to YOLO like a Chad. All right. 30 seconds. That's been about 30 seconds. We got 26 people, 31 people. We're going to go ahead and draw. Let's see who it is today. Number 2, Power City ticket number 2, numero dos. It's going to be Alex Garcia. Congratulations, Alex Garcia. You just won a Power City ticket in Vegas. I'll see you there. We can hang out. We can have a drink together. Just one, responsibly. And Alex Garcia, what I need you to do if you want this ticket, I'm going to DM it to you on Twitter via PDF, okay? And again, it's got to be you, okay? Just tell me your name is Alex Garcia, and I will send you that PDF right away. All right, it's going well, guys. It's going well. So anyway, guys, we were going to talk about dollar cost averaging. Like, did you know if you bought the absolute top of HEX, if you bought, let's say you had $500 to blow, and you accidentally bought the absolute top of HEX, which not many people did. A lot of people had bad entries at 30 cents, 40 cents. Sure, I get it. It's painful. I mean, it sucks buying the top. Guess what? I emptied out my 401k into Bitcoin when it was $17,000. How's that for painful? How is that for painful? But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if you threw in $500 into HEX at 50 cents, right? You'd have 1,000 HEX, right? Or something like that. And then if you threw in $500 into HEX at 5 cents, you bought 10,000 HEX. You bought 10 times the amount of HEX that you would have bought at 50 cents. So you chucked in the same $500 at the top, and you chuck in $500 more at the bottom. Now you've got 11,000 HEX, but your cost basis isn't 25 cents. It's not as simple as just being right in the middle because of the way the averages work and because of the way that DCA pulls your average price down so much. You're weighted way more strongly towards those lower prices. If you do the math, and I've got a spreadsheet to prove all this, you can look up online dollar cost average calculator. If you don't want to do the math yourself, just Google it. So if you chuck in 500 at 50 cents, 500 at 5 cents, your new dollar cost average price is 9 cents, 9 pennies, okay? And it seems like That seems much more realistically close in the near term. So, you could easily fathom that HEX would go to 9 cents in the next couple of weeks or months. It's going to take a lot longer to get to 50 cents. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's probably going to be another year and a half before we start to enter the bull market. And the real bull market starts when we blow off the 50-cent top, right? But that's probably not going to happen until 2024. But if you want to stop the pain for yourself, if you don't want to be hurting every day and regretting your choices, don't sell at a loss. Or, again, not financial advice, but rather than sell at a loss and just eat that loss and be salty about it, you're going to be salty about crypto, salty about HEX. You're probably not going to come back into crypto. If you double down on what you have conviction in, on coins with product market fit, you lower your dollar cost average price. Now HEX only needs to do basically less than a double. HEX only needs to go up like 50, 60% from here, which can happen in a day in crypto for you to be at that 9 cent break even mark. And all of a sudden, boom, you're in profit, right? So it makes the game a lot more fun when you're just sitting by, watching, waiting. It really is a lot more fun. HEX for the win says, I deliver pizzas in my Tesla. That's badass, man. Shout out to the fellow Tesla bro. Hey, Coffee, is this your Wolf of Wall Street office? Yep, this is where I sell penny stocks to unsuspecting victims. No, I'm just kidding. All right. The elite buy the dip. If you want to be a boss, act like a boss. That's right. That's right, sir. HEX to 9 cents. Yeah, that's right. I mean, easily could go to 9 cents. It could go to 10 cents, 13 cents before this rally is over. And then guess what? It can go all the way back down to 3 cents, 4 cents. The markets have a funny way of being just boring enough and just painful enough to really shake out the maximum amount of people. So you need to be the one with conviction. Okay, you need to be the one that's actually going to win because this bear market's going to leave a trail of dead bodies, just like it did in 2018. That just have a bad taste in their mouth and they never want to come back to crypto. They're going to call it a scam for the rest of their lives. And it's going to pass them by. The train is going to leave the station. They're not going to have bought their ticket because either they lost money in the past or they think they're too smart. A lot of people are actually too intelligent to be open-minded enough to the idea of crypto, which I find funny. We're seeing everything pump in 90 days. HSI is up for auction. Oh, this is a good point. We're going to come back to this point about Icosa. But first, we're going to do a little giveaway. So do a hashtag Icosa in the chat if you want a Power City ticket, guys. Hashtag Icosa. All right. And we're going to pull that up, and we're going to go to the old giveaway tool. All right. Hashtag Icosa. That's ICOSA. All right. Wow, we've already got 12 people. Damn, you guys are fast. We're going to share the screen. Giveaway tool. There we go. All right, we got 23 people in here. When we hit 30 people, I'm going to go ahead and draw from this pool, okay? We're almost at 30, 26. 4 more people got to enter. Do hashtag Icosa. That's Icosa, not the ticker symbol, the full word. And okay, we're going to draw. Who is it going to be today? Who wants that sweet, sweet Power City ticket, guys? Who wants it? Who's it going to be? Joe Smith. Congratulations, Joe Smith. Looking good, sir. Congrats to you. Again, DM me on Twitter, specifically CryptoCoffee369. Don't DM a scammer. There's a lot of impersonators on both ends of the transaction. But Joe, congrats to you, sir. I'll see you at the party, bro. All right, everybody. That's 3 out of 8, right? Stop screen. Okay, so we've got basically this guy says everything is pumping in 90 days. He wants to know about the Icosa launch. So is everything going to be pumping in 90 days? So what's happening with Icosa is everybody on day one, so many people made a max length stake for 5,555 days to get their 10% Icosa bonus because they wanted to enter the HSI buyback program. And HSI is just another word for a wrapped stake. Okay, if you're new here, if you don't know that, watch my previous videos. Icosa is kind of a complicated derivative product based off of HEX. But the only way to get Icosa liquid immediately was not to stake it because staking rewards have a minimum of 30 days. But the HSI buyback program would give you Icosa right away. So what a lot of people did on day one, they loaded up all this FOMO into all these wrapped stakes, and they sent them to the liquidation auction to get their Icosa. I know because I was one of them that did that. And I know because the the yield or the amount of Icosa that I got for that was pretty good. It's pretty high. And then what I did with all that Icosa is I just sent it right to the staking pool because I don't really need anything right now, right? I'm patient. I can wait. But basically, when in the Hedron system, when you get liquidated, there's a 90-day period in which you have an opportunity to pay it back. But the wrap stakes that went to the Icosa contract, they're not getting paid back. They're automatically being forced to not get paid back and forced to be liquidated. That was the Icosa that you got was your prize for essentially sacrificing your wrap stake into the liquidation market. Now, when all these stakes hit the liquidation market again, you might actually have the opportunity to buy it back from yourself. There's going to be a bidding war for all of these new HSIs that are going to hit the market on hedron.pro. So if you're not familiar with this stuff, watch my content, watch Crypto Sloth, watch every video that Alex has done with, follow Alex on Twitter. He's the founder. He's been making the rounds. Very well-spoken guy. He's a pretty smart guy. And Ken Pachi wants to know, we're seeing everything pump in 90 days. People might actually buy more Hedron for the auction and buy more Icosa to get more yield from Hedron used for the auction. Yeah. So this is like crazy next level game theory. So basically what he's saying is that when you, the yield in Icosa is based on the amount of Hedron burned, and Hedron gets burned from people spending it in the liquidation auctions. And because there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of wrap stakes hitting the liquidation auctions in exactly, I think, 88 days from now, because it launched 2 days ago, we could see a lot of people buying up Hedron and then burning the Hedron, thus pushing up the price of Hedron and also pushing up the price of Icosa, because people will also be rushing to get Icosa because they know the yield will be so good on those days because of all the Hedron getting burnt and spent on HSIs. Oh man, sometimes I feel like I'm literally speaking a different language, but slow this down, watch it at 0.5 speed, and maybe watch it a couple times in a row. I think this stuff is worth learning about because there's money to be made here. It's derivative products, and they're audited, they're decentralized. They add to HEX, they add to the speculative stickiness. Overall, what I think they really do is they minimize whale dumpage as well, because they give the whales that would have maybe dumped HEX a new game to play. And it also increases HEX adoption, because remember, the only way to mint Hedron in the first place is to make a HEX stake. So if you don't even have a HEX stake yet, there's no you can't really play this game unless you just buy the coins on the open market. So feel free to also buy Hedron on the open market too, but I prefer to mint it for free because I got HEX stakes, right? Just one of the many benefits of being a HEX staker. All right, guys, do a hashtag stake HEX if you want to earn a special ticket and if you want to be a special little boy or girl, okay? We're going to draw again. Oh, we're going to draw one more time in the giveaway tool, all right? Hashtag stake HEX. Collecting comments. We're going to wait till we get to 20 comments here. Maybe we'll wait till 30. How about that? This will be the fourth one we do. I got to keep track, right? Stake HEX. Hashtag stake HEX if you want a free Power City PulseCon party. I hate saying this. A PulseCon Power City party tickets will be given away right now. Let's pick. All right. Da, 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 da. Who's it gonna be? Oh, Jerry. Oh, it's Man. The winner. The winner is Man. I don't know. Is that short for Manny? Manuel? Or are you just a male? Could be anything. Congratulations, man. Make sure you DM me on Twitter. That's a very generic name, so make sure if that's actually your name on Twitter too. Just tell me who you were. Your name might be different on Twitter than it is on YouTube, but tell me who you were, and I'll give you a Power City ticket. All right. All right. All right. Hey, we're gonna hop over to YouTube, and we're gonna add some moderators because I see some people in here that are begging for stuff, and that's not cool, man. No, don't beg for stuff. You're never ever allowed to beg on my channel. Guys, begging is such a disempowering thing to do. You know, think about it. Like, you're basically relinquishing all your power and saying that I have no control over my life. Therefore, the only way for me to benefit in this world is for others to bring me random acts of service and kindness, which I'm doing right now, right? I'm doing it right now. And it does happen. Just, I see a lot of people begging for crypto out here and all this kind of different stuff. And it's really, really sad. It's really sad. That's not what HEX is about, guys. HEX is about making yourself rich. It's about getting financial freedom and taking your power into your own hands. You can join the capital class. All you got to do is buy the highest appreciating asset class in the history of mankind, which is cryptocurrency. And it really helps if you buy the right ones. It really helps if you buy the ones that go up higher and faster than everything else. Begging for the boot. That's right. Jim Rat Crypto's in the house. Jim Rat, add me as a mod. Yes, sir, brother. Jim Rat, where are you in here? Jim Rat, Jim Rat, Jim Rat. Hammer for you, my dude. Add moderator. All right, all right, all right. HEX fixes begging. This is true. HEX definitely fixes begging. HEX will scam you into financial freedom. That's what it'll do. Nice haircut, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Good friend of mine actually gave it to me for free. So love not having to pay for a haircut. Poor plebs, not crypto plebs, mod me, bro. Maybe. I think we're good, guys. We're good. It was just one little comment. It's no big deal. No expectations of profit from the work of others. Yeah, that's right. That's right, guys. If you want something done in this crypto universe, you got to get out there and do it yourself. You got to pump your own bags, okay? It's not my job to pump your bags for you. And I think there's a lot of opportunity as well. That's a point I brought up on a stream not too long ago, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for people to actually make money in crypto and even start a side hustle in crypto. Like, I have a side hustle where I sell courses. So if you're brand new to crypto and you don't know anything about it, hop over to hexpassiveincome.com. That's hexpassiveincome.com. So I have pre-recorded video courses where I teach you everything about crypto from zero to hero. If you are a total noob, it saves you, hundreds if not thousands of dollars in mistakes and weeks if not months of time in your crypto journey, setting you on the right track and also teaching you how to buy and stake HEX. I think a lot of other people, you don't have to create a course, but people sell merch. We got hexmerch.com. I'm sure those guys are pulling in some cash. I think a lot of like virtual assistant type jobs could be good. YouTubers obviously have a lot more opportunity to make money. I make ad revenue off YouTube, so that's pretty nice. But there's all kinds of creative side hustles that you can do to not only promote HEX, but you can incorporate it into kind of a business model where you can actually make a little bit of side money. And hey, maybe you put that back into crypto. Maybe it's supplemental income for your job. But I mean, just get creative with it, right? I recommended your course to family members. Thank you, Danny boy. You're all right. I really appreciate that, actually. Thank you so much. He's out here in the Canadian wilderness, hustling and making cash and onboarding whenever I can. That's pretty hardcore, Danny. Out there in the Canadian wilderness, he's tapping on trees, getting some maple syrup out of them, hunting the moose. I don't know what they do up there, but it sounds rough, and it sounds like you got to be a real man's man. A10 Angel says, I'm investing into the people behind the coins. HEX, PulseChain, PulseX, Hedron, Icosa, LL, and Power City. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's really what we're doing at the end of the day, guys. We invest into the people that make the coins. We actually have to see for ourselves, though. I mean, there are ways you can literally go look and see, is this person just blatantly lying? I mean, you should never blindly trust somebody, but at the end of the day, let's be honest here. We are basically investing in people that we know won't give up. People that have persistence, right? That was the Calvin Coolidge quote, was persistence. It's actually such an awesome quote. I was in a social club one time, and we actually had to memorize this quote to get in. And it was a pretty good quote that I forgot since then. But let me read it for you guys. Calvin Coolidge persistence quotes. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan "Press on," or in Latin "Perge," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Pretty dope quote, am I right? Hey, if you guys have any questions, oh my God, thank you for the tip, Joseph Munich. Thanks for all the education. Can you help me understand the benefit of staking 2 years versus 2 1-year stakes? Yeah, other than the 20% longer bonus, is it the increase in T-share price enough to make enough of a difference to worry about? Yeah, I think actually it is. So if you're thinking about just making 1 2-year stake or 2 1-year stakes, I'm assuming you mean like a mini ladder where you make one that comes out on year 1 and one that comes out on year 2 versus just making one that comes out on year 2. Technically, you're going to get more rewards by just making a single 2-year stake rather than making 2 1-year stakes because of what you just said. The T-share price is always going to be cheaper today than it will be in the future. So, but basically, yeah, the 20% longer bonus combined with the fact that 2 years is probably more time to be safe to get us into the bull market. So if you want to if you're looking to kind of take some profit near the top of the bull market, 2 years to me sounds like a good kind of time frame versus after the first year, we might just be getting out of the current bear market in year 1. So it's kind of just like saying imagine you have $100 and you get 10% interest on the first one, you get 20% interest, or you get 12% interest on the second one. You have $100, you make $200 stakes, you get 10% interest on the first, 12% interest on the second. Well, you made $10 in interest on the first one, you made $12 in interest on the second one. That's $22 total. Where if you just make one long one and you get 12% interest on $200, that's $24 that you get, right? 20% interest on $200. Wait, sorry, that's 12% interest on $200. I gotta whip out the old calculator for this one. $24. So basically, yeah, you're talking about you make $24 if you do the 2-year stake route versus you make $22 if you do the 2 1-year stake routes, right? So you're making more interest and you're probably timing the top of the next bull market. Sorry. Yeah, bull market. You're timing the top of the next bull market a little bit better. Carl White says I had it right. Yeah, dude, it's so hard to do math and talk at the same time and balance all this stuff. All right, everybody. Do hashtag stake it till you make it. Stake it till you make it. That's a long one. Hope you guys spell it right. And we're going to be giving away one more ticket real quick right here. This is ticket number 5, I believe. Hashtag. Stake it till you make it. This is a tough one to spell. Maybe I shouldn't have made it so long. Hashtag stake it till you make it. 13 entries. We're going to do the drawing at, let's do 25. We'll do the drawing at 25 entries. How about that? Oh, let's see here. Let's move the old camera up a little bit, huh? Stake it till you make it. All right. We're going to draw this one, and we'll see who it is. I bet everyone out there thinks I'm a lunatic, talking to myself. Brandon Marinek. Congratulations, Brandon. You just won yourself a Power City PulseCon party ticket. DM me on Twitter, bro Chacho. That's number 5, guys. We got 3 more. Spelling counts, guys. Yeah, spelling counts. Ooh, Bunga, Hex Monkey. We're gonna make we're gonna make Bunga the next one, guys. If you want, let's give away one more right now, okay? One more ticket. This is ticket number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ticket number 6. Okay. For ticket number 6, do a hashtag Bunga in the chat. For you, those of you guys that don't know the inside joke, there was once a stream that Hexologist did where he tried to give away some hex. And the funny thing about giveaways is that you think they're going to be awesome, right? But they're almost always never work out how you plan them to be, because most of the time it's just because people suck. But also some of the time it's because the giveaway also wasn't designed that well. In this case, people just sucked. And so he was giving away a bunch of hex, which today could have been worth, God knows how much. I think he was giving away like 10,000 hex or 100,000 hex, which like back then was like, less like $100 or something like that. And the winner was a guy named Bunga Bunga. And then basically we had like a couple imposters pretending to be Bunga Bunga, and it just turned into this whole fiasco live where everybody was claiming to be Bunga Bunga, and it was like, and then we turned it around. Instead of like a bad thing, it just became like a Spartacus, like I'm Spartacus, but it was like it was like I'm Bunga Bunga, and yeah, I don't know. It's an inside joke. You had to be there. It's not as funny. All right, picking the Bunga giveaway number 6, Power City PulseChain party. Hex Monk. Oh shit. Blockaroni. The Blockaroni, is that? He's blocking clowns over here. Congratulations, Blockaroni. Thank you for blocking all the haters and everybody. Hope you enjoy your Blockaroni pizza, sir. And I hope you enjoy the PulseCon Power City party. Fong, yeah. Wow, that's Jay. TP for your bunga. Hey, if you guys haven't seen the new Beavis and Butthead movie, I highly recommend it. Beavis and Butthead do the universe. All right, for the next one, we're going to do hashtag Fong. This is number 7 for the next one, okay? This is number 7. We got one more after this, and we'll be done. Wow, giving away 8 things in one stream. Hashtag Fong. Fong, 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 fong. Fong, 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 fong. All right, we got 27 people in here. We're going to wait 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Who's it going to be today? What if I won? Wouldn't that be cool? Because I accidentally entered that one. Sorry, guys. Crypto Chronic. Crypto Chronic. Love the name. Congratulations, bro. Crypto Chronic, thank you very much. And that was number 7, right? So shoot me a message on the old Twitter sphere there. All right, boys and girls. Congrats, Chronic. Man, this is going to be a pretty lit party, huh? 420 yet. Got to get the Fong. Bong rips for Chronic, everybody. Hashtag twerk will be the next one, guys, but don't do it quite yet. I have to set it up. We're going to give away one last ticket. It's going to be a hashtag twerk. That was a good idea. Thank you, Z. And we're going to go ahead and share the old screen there. Hashtag twerk. Ready, set, go. Hashtag twerk. Final chance for your opportunity for the Power City PulseChain party. It's going to be fun, guys. We're going to be golfing. There's going to be some golf tournament there. I might play. I might not. I might just watch and schmooze with everybody. There's going to be a couple different parties. Naga Boat's having another mansion party, I think. There's going to be a fashion show. Get ready for the fashion show. It's going to be pretty cool. Okay, guys. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. All right, guys, this is the last one. So you only got one more chance. Hope you win. I wish you could all win, but there can only be one. There can only be 8. And the winner is Randall Smith. Thank you, Randall. Party on. He's got his fun meter turned up to max right there. Interesting choice for a logo. All right, Randall Smith and everybody that won, just make sure to DM me on Twitter. Just one time. You don't need to spam me. Just DM me on Twitter. And then big shout out to Toshi Flow. Thank you for giving me all those tickets to give away. That was kind of fun. Never done anything quite like that before. So very, very interesting. All right, let's go, Randall. Congrats, everybody. Party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne. Randall from Monsters and Slithered to win. Icosa talk now. Yeah, now we can get to the good stuff. So for Icosa, guys, I feel like it's Icosa is basically game theory on game theory when it comes to Hedron, and it completes the loop, right? If you guys have any specific questions about it, let me know, because I know it's super complicated. Randall, woohoo! Steve, that was fun. That was fun. Thank you, Crypto Jack. Thank you, Steve. Crypto Games Club says congratulations. Toshi be the man. Yes, he sure is. Communist Twitter, not. Have you guys ever seen the latest Borat? That's pretty good too. With Robert Giuliani, that scene. Ugh. We Are All Satoshi. Let's talk about We Are All Satoshi. All right, what is We Are All Satoshi? It's basically like an opportunity that you actually only have this opportunity for 10 more days. I was gonna make a video about this yesterday, but I decided not to because I I actually kind of don't want people to join because I'm greedy and I want more money. So you're lucky I'm talking about it because it kind of hurts my bag to talk about the We Are All Satoshi bonus. It's essentially an identical yield pool to the current Icosa staking yield pool. Imagine the same yield pool, but just duplicated. And then there's this other group of people over here that essentially purchased an NFT. And you can think about what they essentially did with this NFT is they sacrificed a coin of their choice. I think the acceptable coins are Maxi, HEX, Hedron, USDC, maybe one more that I'm not remembering. It's like 5 coins you can sacrifice, okay? And it shows you right on app.icosa.pro. It's USDC, Hedron, HEX, Maxi, and I don't know. Anyway, you could basically put up however much you want. Let's say 100,000 HEX, right? You can buy this NFT. You buy this NFT and it entitles you to, based on the dollar amount that you essentially sacrificed for the NFT, based on the dollar amount of that coin at that time you put it in versus the dollar amount of everybody else's NFT at the time they put their coins in, however much their coins were worth at that time, you get a percentage of the pie. You get a percentage of the whole entire staking pool, the whole entire Icosa staking rewards pool. And remember, the Icosa rewards are based off of all the Hedron that's getting burned every day. So I looked at my We Are All Satoshi after day one, and the interest for day one was pretty astounding. But the problem is, the more people that join this pool, in the short term, it's actually worse because the yield is getting split up amongst more people. So you kind of don't want to tell people about it, right? You kind of want to keep it a little secret till after. But if you're here in the chat, congratulations. I'm giving you some alpha right now. You can only do this for the next 10 days. And after 10 days, essentially that gate closes. You can no longer buy an NFT. You can no longer join this special Icosa staking pool. And then it's the game of last man standing where everyone just starts dropping like flies because with your NFT, it's as if you were automatically staked in an identical Icosa staking pool. It's just a more exclusive staking pool because you needed to actually sacrifice money to get in there. And so there's less people in this pool. So the rewards are higher because it costs more money to get in. But once you end your stake and take your Icosa rewards off the table back into your wallet, you essentially burn your NFT and the NFT becomes worthless or useless, okay? Now there's an interesting additional game theory aspect where you can buy a We Are All Satoshi NFT off of somebody. So you can actually transfer these NFTs before they are expired, and you can transfer them to somebody else because as long as you're the owner of an NFT, and you haven't pressed the end stake button or whatever the button is, the detokenize or whatever it's called, you can do that. You can basically do that. And there could be a market for these things. People can make 2 or 3 or 4 and maybe sell them later on down the line because they're going to get really, really rare. By the end of all this, there's only going to be a couple people left in the We Are All the source address Icosa staking pool. And the goal of this was that in Icosa, unlike the origin address where it's one entity that controls all this Icosa, the goal is for there to be a pool of people that behave as if they were the origin address. And only the people with the most conviction, only the people that believe the strongest, that are voting with their money, putting their money where their mouth is, only those people that stick around the longest get to have entitlement to the lion's share of the rewards over time. Because if you pull out your NFT early and you burn your NFT, sure, you get your Icosa rewards, but who knows how much rewards are going to be there in 1, 2, 5, 6 years from now, right? So my time preference is low. I got a lot of time to sit around and wait. I want to be one of the last guys remaining. And a lot of people that don't even, if you don't even understand that we are all, I keep saying we are all Satoshi because that was what they called it in HEX. There's a different thing, but we are all the source address. It's kind of hard to say. So I did it. You can do it if you want, but I don't want you to do it because I want more money for me. Crypto Coffee, I like the new setup. Thank you, sir. I will make you an offer you can't refuse. That's right, John Bishop. Hex Hodl says I farted. Cool, man. Hope it felt good. PLS coming soon. I can feel it in the air. Yeah, I mean, any month now, guys. Any month now. It doesn't yield from... Oh, Joe Smith says, Mr. Coffee, I will be giving my ticket to Miak Gallardo if you approve. Yeah, just send me that in a DM later. I'll figure all that out later, okay? No problem, though. All right. Hex is up 1,000x and has already done 10,000x already in PLS and PulseX and liquid loans. So better launch soon as Flare Network has launched. That was a stealth show there, bro. Not appreciated. Let's see. We are all the sloth. Yeah, that's right. 250 people here and only 4 of us left at good old-fashioned fart jokes. Oh, I'll always laugh at a fart joke. 4,000 new stakers in 3 days. Yeah, guys. So here's one thing that's really bullish for Hex. Not only did we just pass 100,000 stakers, but because Richard Hart was on the Fresh and Fit podcast, we saw a big surge. We had 4,000 new stakers in the last 3 days. I would chalk that up to the reach that Hex is getting on mainstream social media platforms. And also, here's another thing. The haters can't talk about anymore that Richard's scared to come to the U.S. because he's gonna get arrested or something. They can't use that one anymore. So chuck that one off the haters list of rebuttals, right? So, you know, cry harder and die mad, you salty haters, because Richard Hart basically just came to America. He's totally fine, never been in trouble with the law, really. I mean, other than a tiny little $500 parking ticket, essentially. He got sued for $500 20 years ago in small claims court or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was like some email spam thing. And because he invented email spam. But anyway, I love it. He's here in America. He's on the Fresh and Fit podcast. And where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So we just passed 100,000 stakers, and we blasted through it. We blasted to 104,000. I think the reason is because of the reach that the Fresh and Fit podcast has. It's a brand new audience. It's like the Red Pill community. Shout out to Dollar Cost Crypto. Shout out Miguel. Shout out to Gary, Funding Jim. I think those guys were instrumental in setting up all this stuff. And it's opening up more doors, right? Like it's... After the interview with Wolf of Wall Street and Fresh and Fit, imagine all the doors that unlocked for all the new people tangential to those different communities that want to have somebody like Richard Hart on their channel that are going to be interested in Hex. So I think that's part of the reason why. But guess what? It's 104,000 stakers. Yes, that's a lot, but it's also only 104,000 stakers. Think about how many people own Bitcoin. Maybe 1 million, maybe a couple million people worldwide. Like 100,000, that's a fraction of the total people that own Bitcoin. So that smells like opportunity. That smells like opportunity to me, guys. Hey, Coffee, greetings from Chicago. Greetings, Ian. How'd you know? How'd you know I was here? All right. Oh, yeah. RH also just booked Valuetainment, 3.5 million subscribers. So he's going to be on that channel on Friday. He keeps using the classic sales tactic, right? You always book a meeting from a meeting. So he like booked a meeting from the Wolf of Wall Street guy, and then he got another one from the Fresh and Fit guys. It's just, it's viral. I think this is what virality is going to look like, okay? When I said Hex was pre-viral, when I made that video 6 months ago, I really meant it, guys. If you're not buying now when it's pre-viral, you're going to be buying into the mad rush. You're going to be buying the top. Good thing you're here early, right? Good thing you're watching this video, and hopefully you stuck around this long. All right, we got 10 more minutes, guys. Got any good questions over here? Joe Rogan could be soon. Yeah, so Joe Rogan literally could be soon. I mean, Lex Friedman is aware of him. I have this unbelievable sense. So I got this spidey sense because I was listening to Rogan earlier today that young Jamie, the guy, the guy that does all the Googling for Rogan, I think he might actually know about HEX. And again, this is just me talking shit. I might not know what I'm talking about. I might just be making this up, but the conversation on Rogan, he basically asked the question, like, how much is Bitcoin down? And Jamie was quick to change the frame of the whole combo. He was like, well, I mean, from its all-time high. And Rogan's like, yeah. He's like, well, I mean, it's down from 69 to 24. He's like, yeah, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, but think about how much it's up from the bottom, right? Like, he's like, you should always be thinking about measuring up from the bottom, not down from the top. And Rogan's like, yeah, that's a good point. It used to be free, And so, I don't know, guys. Jamie might know about HEX because that's a very, that's something that's the frame that we try to position ourselves in. That's the frame that we try to hold and maintain because you have to. You really have to. Hey, Motley, what's up, dude? How's Puerto Rico doing? I'm going to be there this winter, I think. Is this your place, Mr. Coffee? No, I mean, I live in an undisclosed location for my security. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It actually is my place. I'll be honest with you. I'll show you a good time if you're ever here, bro. Pulse Doge says, cheers, Crypto Coffee, for pushing content in both bear and bull. Also, I know you stole my chicken appetizer at the Fabric after party. Did I really? I might have stolen your appetizer. I'm sorry. I get a little hungry when I'm drinking sometimes. All right, LFG. Win moon, sir. Win lunch, sir. Hungry. All right. Who's got questions, boys and girls? Now we know who's been dumping HEX for a nice flat skyscraper. Yeah, guys, I still rent. My lifestyle's still relatively cheap. But it is a pretty nice upgrade, I'm not gonna lie. This should be the easiest time to onboard, but it's the hardest. So that's what you think, right? You're entitled to that opinion for sure. I mean, it is the hardest because people are risk averse when prices are low. And ironically, that's the reason prices are low. It's because people are risk averse and they don't want to lose money after something's gone down. They think it's going to go down more. It really is all a game of changing the frame and flipping the script on people, guys. The time where you're feeling the most pain is the time where you have to be the most greedy. I find that pretty easy to do. What I find a little bit harder is when people are the most greedy, that's the time to take some profits, right? I don't do that as well as I shill at the bottom. I'll tell you that. But you need to find people that are open-minded, and you need to really start from first principles with people. I think you need to attack from whatever angle people are already familiar with. So there's all kinds of different narrative angles you can go in. If you're talking to somebody that understands CDs as like, say, traditional investments, you could pitch HEX as the world's first blockchain CD. If people like the security aspect, you could say, well, it's decentralized with no admin keys and it's never been hacked with 100% uptime, right? If people are just greedy and they just want the mad gains, like most of the world, you could say, hey, HEX did a 10,000x in 2.5 years. It outpaced Ethereum and Bitcoin's rise. I mean, there's all kinds of different things you could say or ways in. You could do appeal to authority, right? You could say, hey, X, Y, and Z professional NFL players own HEX. It's good enough for them. Why shouldn't it be good enough for you? How about talking to someone who loves GME and BBY? Yeah, that's a weird one, right? So it's like, for that one, I would be like, I think those guys just like the idea of getting together and doing a short-term squeeze on something, right? Like the Celsius squeeze or whatever they're trying to do with that one. If somebody's into like meme stocks, like Best Buy and GameStop, you got to tell them that crypto is a way higher appreciating asset class, and they're playing the wrong game in general. Tell them that HEX can go up 1,000x from here, whereas how high can your GameStop possibly go? 10x, 100x. Just tell them the possibility, like the upwards price potential, like it's infinitely higher with cryptocurrency in general. I guess with somebody that would be into stocks, I would first try to pitch them on changing their mentality on which asset class to be involved in and say, hey, dude, you're playing the wrong game. You should really be in crypto if you want financial freedom. But again, what are people doing this for? Are they doing it for the rush of trading and the thrill of winning a day trade? Or are they really, really serious and focused about getting financial freedom? because that's the route that crypto will give you, the financial freedom. If you want a dopamine hit and you want to just be a degenerate gambler and bet on longing or shorting or options on GameStop or Best Buy or XYZ company, some people can't be saved. So it's not always worth your time, right? You don't have to onboard everybody, right? Even if 1% of the world bought HEX, the price would be probably $1,000, literally. Like even if 1% of the population bought HEX. So you don't need to waste your time on everybody. There are diminishing returns. Some people are just, sticks in the mud, and they're stubborn as an ox, and they just won't ever do it. And that's just unfortunate for them, right? Because they're going to miss out on life-changing opportunity and the biggest transfer of wealth in all of human history. Gerard is on a yacht with miniature sacrifice. Gerardo. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I think he's doing hard work. On the HSI buyback, what is the difference between sell all and sell HSI? So if you have more than one, you could sell them all at the same time. I think some people have done that. But you can, if you want to sell a single one, you can just press the sell HSI button. I think that's what that is. All right. Coffee. Me and Frosty Dog live in Puerto Rico and want to take you surfing, but Frosty Dog needs to be unlocked from live chat. Please and thank you. Oh, okay. How do I, is Frosty Dog blocked? I mean, in the live chat? I don't remember blocking him. So if you want to just, if you can send me a DM about whatever Frosty Dog's handle is, I'll actually go into the YouTube settings and I'll unblock him. All right. Thanks, man. How about someone who has serious fun because of the OA holdings because of so much supply? So much supply, right? You do the centralized ownership thing. You differentiate the dichotomy. So it's like there are two different mechanisms of centralization, right? There's technical centralization and economic centralization. People have a cognitive bias, right? They have a misunderstanding, a flaw in their logic that these two are the same and that they're both bad. One is bad, one is good. Technical centralization in cryptocurrency is bad because that means there's one guy that can change the rules on you. And that's like the Federal Reserve, right? There's one guy that controls the inflation rate. Look where that got us. So crypto was invented to get rid of middlemen and to actually trust math rather than man. But on the other hand, economic centralization works well in almost every single thing where the price goes up, right? So in order for the price to appreciate, if that's what you're after, if you want a coin that's designed to appreciate, it helps to have centralized ownership because whales actually have less of an incentive to sell because they're already rich, right? And because you actually want the larger holders to be the ones with that, number one, care about their project, and number two, even if they don't care about their project, they don't really need to sell because they can do so much other stuff with all their wealth. Think about all you can do if you were like a HEX whale, right? You could just sell, like, you could take out loans on your assets like the real rich people do, right? And you might not technically be able to do this yet with crypto, but centralized ownership is essentially good. It's good for things like Tesla because you want one CEO at the top and you want a small group of people, driving the narrative forward because the people that only have a little bit of Tesla stock, they don't really care about the company. They're not incentivized to care about it. Incentives are aligned when a few people have most of the money. That's the same thing with the entire world too. 1% of the world owns 90% of the wealth. And that would happen if you divided up all the wealth and you redistributed it. And let's say you just, no more billionaires, we gave $100 to everybody. Well, in a couple of decades, all the wealth would tend to transfer back to the few people that are providing the goods and services of the world, right? So wealth actually tends to flow where it's deserved. And so people have this like either jealousy or insecurity about maybe projecting what they would do if they were a centralized owner. They would just dump it because they're poor and they need the money now. But think about it from a rich person's perspective that doesn't need the money. And think about it from Richard Hart's particular perspective where, number one, he loves his project. Why would he want to shoot himself in the head? That seems like the most basic logic ever. Like, why would somebody just want to nuke themselves and just like commit financial suicide, right? Number two, let's imagine Richard Hart was just an evil person. Well, guess what? He's got a bunch of Bitcoin that he mined in 2011. He's got over $1 billion of money that he raised in the PulseX and PulseChain sacrifice phases. And he's got millions of dollars that he earned from being an entrepreneur, a tech entrepreneur, in the 2000s to 2010 or whatever. Don't you think that he would choose, if he needed money, to sell from his previous millions of USD, his 50 Bitcoin blocks that he mined in 2011, or his $1 billion raised in the sacrifice phases? Don't you think he would probably sell one of these things before he decided to sell HEX? And on top of all this, provably on chain, Not a single hex from the origin address has ever been sold in 2.5 years. Okay, that's my rant for today, guys. I'm going to get going. I'm hungry. I'm very, very hungry. But thank you all for coming. I hope you learned something today. I hope my audio was good, and I'll be back with more cool stuff later. See you guys at PulseCon. Have a good one.